Are days of continuous rain triggering deadly floods across parts of Southeast Asia, with more downpours in some areas expected into early next week. In Indonesia's North Sumatra province, dozens have died, thousands more displaced. Authorities say rescue teams are struggling to reach residents in remote villages amid power outages and damage to homes and infrastructure. An earthquake hitting this morning as well in the west of the country, off the coast of Sumatra, not helping. Different agencies putting the quake's magnitude at between 6.3 and 6.6. And watch CNA's Chandni Vatvani. She joins us live from Jakarta. Chandni, how extreme is the loss of life and damage from rain-triggered floods as well as consequent landslides?
That's right. Wesu, authorities in North Sumatra have said that there are dozens of people killed, over 80 people injured, and over 85 others still missing. It's important to remember also that in such situations, figures are based on preliminary findings and they could fluctuate depending on the situation on the ground. Now, search and rescue operations have been ongoing and they are still ongoing. Thousands of people have been displaced. The North Sumatra Regional Police say that they've recorded over 200 natural disasters thus far, which include landslides, floods, fallen trees and tornadoes spread across 12 regencies and cities. And the regional police have deployed over 1,000 personnel to expedite the evacuation and emergency response process. Helicopters are also expected to help reach isolated areas and distribute supplies. Now, we've also seen footage shared by the National Search and Rescue Agency showing water overflowing across the region, inundating buildings while rescuers carry out their operations using orange rafts. Now, access, of course, has been a major issue for search and rescue teams, with power outages, limited communication networks, isolated areas and land routes cut off, collapsed infrastructure like bridges as well, and mud and debris left over from the flood. So all of this hampering efforts, posing some very challenging conditions there on the ground. And because of the extreme weather, a high risk of landslides and subsequent flooding still very much remains.
Chandni, that earthquake today in the western province of Aceh, has that made rescue and relief over floods and landslides even more difficult?
Well, tremors were certainly felt from Aceh to North Sumatra. Now, the earthquake itself was shallow, and Indonesia's Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency confirmed that it did not have the potential to cause a tsunami. Videos shared by netizens online showed a number of buildings damaged by the quake. And according to the National Disaster Management Authority, the tremors caused damage to several public facilities and the collapse of several buildings, as well as a fire at a kerosene storage warehouse owned by residents. Now, 12 people also injured. They've been injured, buried under the collapsed buildings. However, again, the number of victims and evacuees are still being collected, and while material losses and damage to public facilities also still being assessed, and authorities have taken the emergency response measures, which include cross-agency coordination, direct inspections of affected locations and data collection. And as we know, and you rightly pointed out there, flooding and landslides have also affected Aceh. And so the quake paired with loss of land route access and loss of communication networks and limiting communication networks once again have made conditions very, very challenging for search and rescue teams on the ground, and having to deal with many displaced people as well.
Oh, thanks. That's CNA's Chandni Vatvani reporting live there from Jakarta.